Hello friends, the 635 days of the war between Russia and Ukraine continues. Events are developing near Avdiivka. On the southern flank, the Russians tried to attack Pervomaiske and Tonenke, but were unsuccessful. On the northern flank, the enemy has advances in the Vesele area. Western experts also record the advances of the Russians between Stepove and the Avdiivka coke plant. As for the plant itself, the enemy has been actively trying to enter its territory in recent days. In addition to infantry assault operations, equipment is used, shelling factory buildings with tanks and mortars. The Russians often approach the fence of the plant territory, but the Ukrainian military holds the line, despite the extremely difficult situation. Also, Russian Telegram channel yesterday reported a counterattack by the Ukrainian armed forces near Stepove. At the same time, the Ukrainian Telegram channel Deep State does not confirm this counterattack. According to him, the Russian advanced in the north towards Novokalinovo. My robot friend will continue further.
To the southeast of the city, the Russians broke through defenses in an industrial zone that, since 2014, has been the de facto front line of Ukraine's armed forces and a powerful fortified area. Moreover, the industrial zone is located on a hill. And if the Russians capture it, it will complicate the defense of the rest of the city. Both Ukrainian and Russian military telegram channels and Western media write about this. We are talking about the site from the side of the city of Yevhenii. Bild newspaper columnist Ropk believes that Russia has advanced there by up to half a kilometer. He draws this conclusion based on the geolocation of the video and publishes a map where he marks the new positions of the Russians in the area. The Ukrainian military telegram channel Deep State clarifies that the Russians have advanced in the area of the Yevhenii 2 station in the Avdiivka industrial zone. Heavy fighting continues there. The enemy continues to advance, sometimes even reaching the western outskirts of the industrial zone. The situation is difficult. So far we can fight back, but the loss of the industrial zone will be a matter of time, because it has already been pretty much destroyed by artillery and tanks, the telegram channel states. That is, judging by the news, the Russians continue to implement their plan to gradually encircle Avdiivka. The Ukrainian armed forces can stop it with a counterattack on the flanks, as was the case in May near Bakhmut. But the Russians obviously take this into account, and according to the Ukrainian military, they are strengthening their flank positions. Near Bakhmut, the Russians continue to advance north of Klishchiivka, Ukrainian telegram channels write. Russian telegram channels claim that their troops have advanced north of the village and occupied one of the heights. At the same time, the key height near Klishchiivka, on which control over the village depends, is in the hands of the Ukrainian armed forces. The telegram channel of the Ukrainian military fighting in the Bakhmut sector, Bakhmut Demon, writes today that it is very difficult in Klishchiivka. In the Berdyansk sector there are active battles near Staromayersky, where the Russians were advancing. According to Deep State, the enemy's advance has so far been stopped. Meanwhile, Russian and Ukrainian military channels are publishing videos of the Russian army allegedly using cluster munitions in the area. The half-ton RBK 500 is used, which carries ball fragmentation ammunition weighing 400 grams each. One bomb contains more than 1,000 ball bombs. They are designed to destroy infantry in trenches, parked airplanes and helicopters, and any unarmored vehicles. The Russians write that they began installing a streamlined cone and a unified planning and correction module, that is, wings, on these bombs, which made it possible to increase their range of use several times over. Former governor of the Lugansk region Gaidai reported a new trend at the front. The Russians are transferring a large number of units armed with anti-tank guided missiles to the front line. According to him, this will be a problem after the onset of frost, when the ground freezes and heavy equipment is used. This is a rather formidable weapon. Something needs to be done about it, Gaidai added, apparently speaking about the Kornet complex. He also reported that Russian troops have acquired a large number of FPV drones. For one attack on one strong point, they can use from 10 to 15 FPV drones. They have an advantage in this, Gaidai said.
Friends, this channel exists solely thanks to your support. If you have the opportunity and desire to support the channel, I will be very grateful to you. Thank you very much and see you in the next video.